Hastings RNLI lifeboat crew blocked from going out to sea by people angry at them rescuing refugees. The RNLI has confirmed an incident took place following claims Hastings RNLI lifeboat crew were blocked from going out to sea by people angry at them for rescuing refugees in the channel. Imagine being such a disgusting person that you would actively prevent a lifeboat from going out and rescuing lives. I don't care what your stance is on immigration, both legal and illegal. You don't just leave people to die. At the end of the day, if you don't want immigrants in your country, your stance should be to deport them. It shouldn't be to let them drown or starve or die of thirst in the ocean. Special thanks to CJ, Nix, Marigi, L, Howland Requiem, Holly Miller, Karen Duca, Kaorian Mori, Kapachi, and Sarah Bear for supporting the channel and supporting my content. Thank you so much, guys. There's so many names now. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are returning to r/iamatotalpieceofsh. This video will probably be demonetized because of the subject, and this isn't going to be a very fun video, as most of these don't tend to be. So yeah, if this does get demonetized, then thank you so much to my patrons and YouTube members for giving me money. You guys are the best. Let's get into the subreddit, shall we? Police are asking for the public's help in identifying a man who allegedly pushed someone onto subway tracks. The victim was struck and dragged by the train, but survived. It's a good job the person survived. For some reason, there are a lot of videos on the internet of people pushing other people onto train tracks, and I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It's like very rarely ever premeditated. It's just like they walk past someone and just go shove. What do you get out of that? If you're not related to the person, you're not gonna get any money from the person's life insurance. Like, you've just killed someone for no gain. It doesn't even make sense from a logical standpoint of like, you might kill someone for gain, because there's no gain there. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Not that murder is really gonna make sense regardless, because it's murder, but I just don't get it. Dramatic body cam footage shows a monster mum's crocodile tears as she tried blaming her 6-year-old stepson for his horrific fatal injuries. Shameless blank 32 can be seen fake crying as she tells police how Arthur blank headbutted the floor on all fours after he collapsed at home. Yeah, I don't buy that. In reality, the evil stepmom had battered the boy after torturing him along with his dad. The couple had waged a sick campaign of cruelty against Arthur in his tragic final moments. A dad and stepmom have been convicted of killing a young boy who was tortured to death. The trial heard harrowing evidence that helped snare the killer pair. Arthur's mum paid tribute from a jail cell where she is serving time for stabbing her lover to death. A probe has been launched after Arthur's plight was ignored by police, social services, and teachers. So this kid's had a rough time of it. So his actual mum is in prison for stabbing her lover to death, and so he was put in custody of his dad and his stepmom, who then tortured him to death. Wow, that's one for awful everything. There is no light at the end of this tunnel. That's just bad in every step of the way. Indiana man faces murder charges after 3-year-old boy died with dislocated neck, lacerated liver, and bruised pancreas. An Indiana man was arrested for allegedly beating his girlfriend's 3-year-old child to death less than a month after the boy was returned to her custody. Blank 32 was taken into custody on Monday and charged with 1 count of murder for killing young boy, the Times of Northwest Indiana reported. Apparently, according to the OP, although I forgot to screenshot that, the mother of the boy was also arrested for negligence. It's one of those videos, guys. I have nothing funny to say. There is nothing funny to say. We've just read 2 posts about children being murdered. How does someone get to a stage in their life where they're going to torture and murder a child? How does anybody get to that level? Let's say you have severe anger issues, okay? You have real problems with anger to the point where you might lash out to a child who is crying or being painful. But how do you get to the point where you torture it and murder it to death? So there's a woman praying in church and a guy sitting behind her just casually swipes her phone. It's a good job this guy was caught on camera. I am assuming that he was probably caught because his whole face was on camera there. He even does this fake prayer thing at the end. He does the cross thing. It's really scummy. It's trashy. She's here literally praying in church and this dude just steals her phone. It's so gross. It's just gross. It's just gross. Florida man accused of pizza delivery woman has over 70 arrests, should have been in prison. A Florida man described as a prolific offender and an animal was arrested Tuesday in connection with the of an 18-year-old woman who was delivering pizza over the weekend, authorities said. Sorry, but I'm not gonna look it up, but 70 arrests and this dude's not in prison. What has this dude done to get arrested 70 times? What are these crimes? How does this happen? This is the world we're living in. I'm just gonna move on. This is not a funny video. This is just like your daily update of news to make you lose faith in humanity. I've done so many of these videos at this point and they get less and less funny with each one I make. Why do I do these videos? This is not good for anyone's mental health, especially mine. And I keep making these. Why do I do this to myself? Help me, please. Illinois woman who taught self-defense to domestic violence victims allegedly killed by ex-boyfriend. A Metro East woman known as Champion for Victims of Domestic Violence was allegedly executed by her ex-boyfriend while she was on a date with another man. Now, before anybody says something along the lines of, it couldn't have been good self-defense if she still died, because I know for a fact someone out there is thinking that she was shot, and I don't think any amount of self-defense is really going to stop you getting shot unless your self-defense is to wear a bullet vest. So I mean, it's awful. A woman was shot. A woman that helps people that are victims of domestic violence. She had probably battled with this kind of stuff herself. She'd escaped domestic violence, I imagine, especially if she had an ex-boyfriend that would do this. So the fact that she was helping other people battle that is incredible, and it's a tragedy that she is dead. Mum accused of murdering daughter, then ordering photos with her angelic likeness is released on bond. This is gross. She's accused of murdering her daughter and then posing for photos that she then photoshopped. That's so trashy. That's gross. That just, I don't know how to put into words how that makes me feel. That makes me feel uncomfortable and angry. If anybody has a word for how this makes them feel, let me know in the comments. There's probably a German word for it because they kind of have a word for everything. So let me know in the comments if there's a word for this, please. And I will start using it. Oh, I hate this. I hate it. That's a real human being. That's a real person that did this. A man who escaped federal prison 2 months ago has been indicted for the murder of his ex-girlfriend, officials say. Marvelous. Dude really escaped prison just to murder his ex. I got nothing to say. 4 men aged between 21 and 41 detained in Irkutsk region, eastern Siberia. I apologize for my pronunciation on Irkutsk on suspicion of poaching 4 hibernating bears, a mother and her 3 cubs. At least one of them was filming the poaching on his mobile phone. They later offered the bears chopped paws and skins for sale. Big tough men out here killing sleeping animals with guns. Look at these men. They are so tough. They killed hibernating animals with their guns. They are really talented hunters because they killed sleeping animals. If any of you are long-term watching my channel, you already know what my opinion on hunting is. You already know what my opinion on poaching is and what my opinion on trophy hunting is. I don't need to go into it, but it's just like the trashiest, cheapest kick to be like, oh, look how manly I am. I hunt bears that are asleep, and 3 of them were cubs. You don't get any toughness points for that. You don't get to show off that you did that. You just killed some sleeping animals. Indiana woman arrested for allegedly selling her 13-year-old daughter to a 27-year-old man. A woman from Indiana has been arrested and charged after police alleged she sold her 13-year-old daughter to a 27-year-old man. The Fort Wayne Police Department says that blank 37, the child's mother, then forced her to marry him. They celebrated the wedding with a party, authorities say. However, the parents denied it was a wedding. Instead, the pair insisted that it was only an engagement between the girl and the man, according to court records. Interesting that they denied the fact that it was a wedding, but don't appear to have denied the fact that they sold their daughter to him in this statement. How can you have a daughter or son or child and raise them and then sell them? I mean, you don't even have to get beyond the raising part. How can you give birth to a child and sell them? Faith in humanity waning. Here we have a video of some Christmas spirit. Wow, some real tough guys here trashing some Christmas decorations. Amazing. Look at these big tough boys trashing some Christmas decorations, or rather attempting to trash some Christmas decorations. I mean, nothing says look how tough I am like really struggling to vandalize some Christmas lights. They don't even do a good job of it. Like, it took them so much effort to do this. So much effort. It's just so, it's embarrassing. Like, they should feel embarrassed, not only at the fact that they were like, oh, let's trash some Christmas trees, but at how much they struggled to do it. They should be really embarrassed. Like, it's just, these are human beings and they are pathetic. They are pathetic human beings in every way imaginable. Imaginable is what I meant to say there. I'm losing the will to live and to talk. We're almost at the end. Father charged with murder after he allegedly blamed family cat for baby girl's broken legs, ribs, and bleeding to the brain. Yes, a cat can obviously cause that. A Minnesota father accused of viciously beating his infant daughter and blaming her injuries on the family cat is now facing murder and manslaughter charges after the baby died from her injuries earlier this month. I don't need to read any more of this. It's not even a good excuse. He's abused and tortured and beat up and murdered his child, and his excuse was literally secondary school levels of, oh, the cat ate my homework. It was, oh no, it was the cat that abused my child. Come on, man. If you're gonna go so far as to commit murder, the least you can do is come up with a better excuse. It's just pathetic. It's embarrassing. He's a disgusting human being for what he did. I am embarrassed to call someone like that the same species as me. And the final post is a video, and I'm gonna give some context. So this is a trash compactor. I can't remember where it was. Ukraine or Czech or somewhere like that. I can't remember. Someone dumped puppies into a trash compactor, and at least we have some good news. That is, the guys found the puppies and didn't turn the trash compactor on. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's saddening that someone would do this. It's awful, but thank goodness they found the puppies and didn't crush them. So I wanted to end it on a post that is awful, but also kind of has some good news in that the puppies survived. That's where I'm going to end the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, how? I mean, good lord. If you want to support me in making more content like this, because lord knows this kind of video doesn't get monetized, then I have a Patreon in the description down below. Or equally, you can click the join button to join the channel. It helps a lot more than you might realize. However, I'm going to keep making content regardless. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.